Welcome to our eSERS soundbite for our eSERS registration and login process. This is going to be a quick soundbite to cover the new registration and login process that will take place next week. Our soundbites are pretty casual and laid back. If you have any questions, please feel free to use the chat feature. If it's a common question that Michelle thinks that I need to address to the entire group, she'll go ahead and break in and ask the question and answer it. So with that, we are going to cover the new eSERS process and why we are instilling a new eSERS process. I will show you the steps to change your password initially. And then I will do an eSERS demo that will show what your login process will look like going forward after you change your password next week. So the reason why we've changed the login process is to help prevent accounts from being compromised. eSERS is implementing a new login process that will use more than one identifying factor to safeguard your eSERS account. So with this change, we will no longer need a security phrase, an image, and security questions for you to log into eSERS. So gone are the days of you forgetting the answer to your security questions and getting locked out of your account. These items will be replaced with the verification code that will be sent to the user through your email address we have on file, through a voice call or a text to a cell phone number that we have on file. The reason we chose cell phone number for the voice call to be sent to you is because if we had an automatic verification code call sent to the number listed, typically it's just an administrative number where an extension is needed to get to the person that we need to send the verification to, and that wouldn't work. So that's why if you want a voice call, it would have to be sent to the cell phone number listed. If we don't have a cell phone number listed for you, and that is an option that you would like, you would have to contact the employer web administrator for your district, and they can simply add the cell phone number in the cell phone number field in your contact screen within eSERS. So what's going to happen next week when you come back to work from the long holiday weekend? You will get an email from eSERS that looks like this. We wanted to show you what the email is going to look like to show you that it's not a spam or a phishing attempt from us. We actually do need you to log into eSERS. We need you to enter in this one-time password and change your password from there. So you will receive this email at some point this weekend. We still have some end user testing to do, but you will receive this email this weekend. Your username will stay the same. So whatever username you are currently using now, that will transfer over into the new login process, and that does not need to change. So you will receive this email. You'll go to the login button from our OHSERS screen. You'll click login, you'll enter in your username, and then when it comes to password, you're going to type in, you have to physically type in this actual one-time password. We've tried testing it by copying and pasting it into the screen, and we have found that that does not work. So you have to physically type in the capital letters, the numbers, and the lowercase letters in order for your temporary password to be accepted. So you'll enter in your username in this screen, and you will type in your new one-time password. From there, you'll hit sign in. And then you will create a new password. And this password has to follow the rules and tips listed in the screen. So you'll type in your new password. You will re-enter in your new password. And once your passwords match and meet the criteria listed above, you can click the Change Password button at the bottom of the screen. What will happen from there is a verification code will be sent to you to the email number or the cell phone number that we have listed on file for you. If you don't see cell phone, like I mentioned before, if you don't see cell phone listed as an option for you, your employer web administrator can add it to your contact screen at a later time. So we will need a verification code sent to you just to verify that this is in fact you. In this example, we chose send me an email, and the email was sent to the email address listed on file. Once you agree to the license agreement, when you log into eSERS, you will read the website authorized user license agreement. You'll read this over, you'll check mark the box, and you'll hit the finish button. This is the only time that you will have to do this step. It's like you're re-registering your eSERS account. So if you remember back a few years ago when you became a new eSERS web user, and you've had to follow all of those steps, and that's the only time that you had to do it. This is the only time that you will have to enter in a one-time use password, verify the authorized user license agreement. So this is the only time that you will have to do this. So once you click finish, you will be logged into eSERS. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you after you have done the initial login process for eSERS, every time you log in going forward, this is what you will do. This is what you will experience. So you will want to enter in your username. You'll enter in your password. Okay, so I've entered in my username and password. eSERS is going to ask me, I need to get a verification code. In this example, we only have our email addresses available to have the verification code sent to us. So I'm going to have a verification code sent to me through an email. So you choose email, and my code is going to be emailed to me. So this is what your email is going to look like. You're going to receive an email saying you're receiving this because a request was made for a one-time verification code. Every time you log into eSERS, you will either have a verification code sent to you through your email or through text. So we're just going to copy this code. We're going to paste it in the code field. Once you do that, click continue. And it's going to log you in. It's not going to log me in right now because Smart is upset with me. So what I am going to do now is I'm going to show you. So when in eSERS, let's say you've forgotten your user ID. I'm going to click Forgot User ID. In this screen, eSERS will ask for certain information. So I am going to enter in my first name, my last name, my email, and my employer ID. And this is to retrieve my user ID. So from here, I'm going to enter in the needed information. I'm going to select how I would like my verification code sent to me. So I'm going to choose email, click send verification code. And from there, a verification code will be sent to me to my email, which once I receive, I will copy it from my email and I will paste it in this verification code field. So I'm going to paste it in this field and hit next. So once I've entered in my verification code, my username was sent to my email address. So from there, I'm going to click login. I'm going to enter in the user ID that I received in my email. So let's say we have forgotten our password. So I've typed in my user ID. I'm going to click forgot password. So from here, I'm going to enter in to reset my password. I'm going to enter in my username, which is click next. Again, a verification code is being sent to me. If in our current system you were to do all of this, you'd have to answer security questions. So receiving a verification code is simply cutting down the time from having to perform these tasks in eSERS. So what's going to happen now is to retrieve your password, different type of email is sent. So in this email, okay, so when you need to reset your password, this is the type of the email that you would receive. You will click on reset password. And you will need to enter in a new password to address these rules and tips. So this is when you click on that link, it's going to take you to this reset your password screen in eSERS, where you will need to enter in a new password to follow the rules and tips listed. And then when you type in your new password, you have to re-enter your new password, and you'll receive a green check mark to let you know that your passwords are matching. So once you've entered in your new password, you'll click reset password. And from there, eSERS will log you in. So now, a really cool feature for this new login process is, let's say you were trying to log into eSERS and you didn't realize you've had your cap locks on and you have locked yourself out of your account because you continue to type in your password, not realizing that you have either misspelled it, your cap locks were on, maybe you had your number lock on, and so you have been locked out. So if you are able to unlock your own eSERS account now with our new login verification process, so let's say your web administrator is out of the office and they're not around to unlock your account, you can always call employer services, but now you can unlock your account. So what you want to do is you want to enter in your new username and click unlock account. So you'll enter in your username. You'll click next. And in this process, there are 4 ways for you to get your verification code. You can get it through the email address that we have on file. You can do it through a Google Authenticator. You can use an Okta Verify application. Both the Google Authenticator and the Okta Verify are applications that you would download onto your cell phone. And then you have the phone option. Today, we are going to do email. And I'm going to get a verification code sent to me to this email. So once I receive the verification email, so once you click on the unlock account in the email that was sent to you, you'll receive this account successfully unlocked, verify your account with the security method. So we are going to type in our password. We're going to make sure we're going to type it in correctly this time. Once you've entered in your password, click continue. Once you've entered in your password, you're going to